All right, so here we are. We're going to continue with our painting, light tower painting. Okay, you can see here we got the underpainting done for it. So that was in acrylic. Now we're switching to oil paints. I have my Galkid here, my old paints all laid out. Starting with a sizable brush. I think we'll start up at the top with some clouds. To get some clouds, I gotta get my white out. Not white out, but I have to get the white out. So I need some white whenever I find it. My white is normally out, and it was out. Put this kind of in the middle. Have my palette set up with the cold colors further away from me, the warmer colors closer to me, because they kind of tend to do that in the painting. A lot of times you don't see that in like a picture of a painting. You have to actually see the painting in order for the colors to pop in and out. But anyway, we'll get some titanium white. Mix it in with some of this cooler blue. I want more white than that. All right. In the back, it's kind of scumbling. Get in there, kinda. Clouds are not quite uniform. There's always a little difference in them. Trying to leave some of that gray poke through. So you can see the difference. Different clouds. More of my Galkid, some more of the white, with a hint of blue in it. Here I really want to make it look like a cloud, because it's closer to us. It's a lot closer to us. So a lot less blue. These have more blue in them. The cobalt blue, I think it was. Add a little bit of blue in that. A little bit of contrast. A little dimension in the cloud itself. All right. A little bit more in here. looks pretty good for clouds. Alright, I'm going to take a different brush. Well, maybe. It's like I'm never done, you know. And a little bit more white on the tops of these. Blend that in a little bit more. It's always something you see, you know. Okay. You want your brush strokes to be shown. So I'm adding a lot of paint. Now this is oil paint, so when I dab it on like this, it's going to really take some time to dry. You got to be aware of that. It's really going to take a while for this to dry. All right. Get a different brush. I'm going to get a big brush. Get these trees in the background again. My distance green, some red in it. Not green enough, dark enough. Add a little bit of blue and red and green, all mixed in there. This ain't the brush. I don't like this brush for this. When you're holding your brush, you need to hold it back here. So that's just where you hold it. Anyway, it gives you more control. You can see what you're doing better, and that's why it's done that way. Alright, I'm not going to put in the houses and stuff that you see in the picture. It's going to be the lighthouse, the trees. I'm going to put this like a beach line back there, it looks like. Give it a little bit of... You know what, I won't. Nope. It's just going to be trees. These bushes up here. And the lighthouse is going to go right in here. Alright. But we work back to forward, so let's work on this area back here. Starting off with the different grasses. We'll go a little bit lighter on the color we were just using, so that it brings it forward a little bit. We do want to see the acrylic painting underneath. It's okay to show that through. You know, like I still have the gray here. You didn't do all that work for nothing. Let's add some yellow to this. Still using my cool colors. Let's give it some different highlights in here, kind of with the reference from the picture, catching different parts of the sun. Gives it a little depth. All right, now we need to put in this sand part. So for the sand color, it's going to be like a brown, but pretty much white. What I'm going to try is, so red and green make a brown. Mixing my white, and we have a brown. A little bit more white because it's the sand color. A little bit more white. There we go, kid. Alright. We don't want it to be all one color now, but we want it to be in there. There. There's some sand. Perhaps a little reflection. Well, we want that a little bit darker. Just more of that blue. That's not dark enough. Let's throw some purple in it. That's not right. Needs to be a lot darker than that. Let's see here. Just a little sliver. Just a little sliver. And we want some of the a different brush here for a lighter color. Similar reflections here is almost like the sky color. Some of it in the darker spots too. Some of the green in there, maybe. Okay. That seems to do it. I'm actually going to bring that a little bit. That needs to be more blue though. More blue. There we go. I don't like that at all. Just take it and wipe it off. Take it and wipe it off. Okay. So, let's take a gander here. Got this going. There's blue in here. We got our sky, we got the background. I'll start to work on the bushes here. So I think I'll start off with my green color. Putting in these bushes, leaving in dark spots every once in a while, so you can tell that there's depth to the bush. Well, I'm not blocking too much today. Just dabbing, just adding all these little leaves in here. You're obviously not going to add every single little leaf. Just going to add the blocks of leaves. Leaving just a little bit of that dark showing through. As you get down here, you leave a lot more dark. When you get toward it, closer to the what have you. I'm going to add some of my warmer colors to that same green, because I want to make like a mid. Don't want to bring it up too close, like a mid tone type, not tone, mid distance, let's call it. You can tell it's really starting to draw you in here into the, make it look like bushes, huh? Oh, blue in there, see what happens. Oh yeah. Blue made it helped it. Some dimension here. It's darker on the bottom here than it is up on the top, of course. All right. This dark, warmer color down here at the bottom more. Give the painting some dimensions here. Alright, so now we got some more water. This darker blue with the green. It's an ultramarine blue. And with reflections, you want to use more of a different type of stroke here. This blue-green reflection. All right. So let's add some of those lighter reflections. Just that kind of scumbling type motion again. Really draw it all together. Oh, you can tell it, has dimension. And we've got to do this other side. So we'll add some dark color here. That's not dark. That's okay. We'll leave it. Just leave it. We need a different brush is what we need. We need a different brush. Grab this guy. No. This guy. It's a thicker bristle. It's the smoother one's a sable. This is like a boar type brush. Once again, we'll start in the back. Hit me in the back. Some of this light green and blue. In the back. A little bit more blue farther back. That's too blue. Add a little bit of red to it too. You really want to push it further back. And leaving some of those little dark spot holes in there. Be really loose, really fluid. Again, don't be afraid to use the paint. That's why you bought it. Use the paint. Let's run this dark spot in here. is not great. Okay, I need to add some dark spots in here. The blue and the purple and the green. Make some lighter spots. Need more paint out. Need some more of the sap green. I'm using today. I have an olive green in here somewhere. Get that out too. Olive green. There we go. That'll give it a different color. We'll add some of the yellow. It's a cad yellow to it. Okay. Gives us a slightly different color. Add some of it over here as well. More contrasting stuff you have, the more interesting the painting is. I really need some more yellow in it. Go back with the sap green. We'll go back and we'll get some more highlights with that. And down here you can really leave some holes, really make it look like more like individual leaves than even over here or back here. We'll do that with some highlights. Leaving more of the dark allows you to bring out more light as well. So now we'll try to put in some highlights. Just some yellow mixed in with the green. Just really little highlights every once in a while. Take a look at your reference, see where they're at, see how many there are. There's a clump of them here. See if I can add some over here. Anyway, I'm not trying to make this too tight, leaving it very loose. Lots of paint, lots of brush strokes. Contrasting colors. Anyway. Let's try to paint what you see. So when we were walking through here, I told my wife, now this is brackish water, so there's no alligators. As soon as she heard the word alligators, she had to get out of there. She was like, nope, you said alligator, I'm out. So I wanted to go explore some more, but I got this far and took the picture. Thought it was a nice picture. There we go. So now I got to add in the little wispy grass and still the water tower. So let's take a look here. Let's get something for some wispy grass. Take this here. Now the grass is fairly light in color, the stuff that you see anyway. But it is a bunch of different colors. So we'll start dark. Some very small grass back here. Oh, that's too big. Very light. Just barely touch it. Gotta have a lot of paint though. It'll be fairly thin paint too, so it'll stick to the paint that's already on there. Just a very light touch though. Very light touch. You starts to get too light, go back in, get more paint. If you press down too hard, it's just going to leave streaks. Darker streaks than you want. You can go this way, that way. Out of the water. white. I need a lighter color. Let's see what happens when we add some white to this. Yeah, seemed to work. Maybe a little bit of the yellow. All right. I am going to get a smaller brush though. Even that was too big. Smaller brush. Just roll it. Make sure it comes to a point. Now then, just going in this. That was too much. That was too heavy. Get more paint. You can go back in here and you make different colors. If you got something that's too thick, just go back in and lightly make a different color. It'll look like different blades of grass. All right, kind of like that. All right, you gotta always get up and stand back from your work. See how it looks from a distance. Up front and close like that, you really can't tell what's going on. I think that's got it for all that, but now I've got to put in the light tower. Okay. Let's see. Get a clean brush. Grab this one here. Now then, light tower, I'm going to put it in. Looks to be right there. I'm going to make it about this tall. Okay. Start with a red base. Different kinds of reds here. It's like a red orangish. All right, put it in about here. Onto the tree line. Nice cylinder. Flares out a little bit. Oh, I need it to have some shade on it. Take some of this purple with the shadow part. And there's a really dark part. It's pretty black, actually. Heck, I'll get out some black. I'm not going to use this red to do it. I'm going to get out a different brush, similar size brush. Now then, it's like, just like that. Just like that. Then there's like a white. A different brush. Different brush. Then there's like a blue-white kind of, where you can see the reflection of the glass right here. Like that. And even more blue on top. It's not quite that blue, but anyway. Make it a little bit darker on the side. That. There's a little ring right here that I kind of want to get in there. So what I'm going to do, take this black again. I'm going to very little bit on there. I'm going to wipe a lot of it off. Put it on the underside here. Like that. And then the highlight on top of that is like a, here's my red. That's what I need. It's just a highlight of red on top. Well, I'm just going to get a, here. Doesn't look too good. There. Very delicate in here. Support my hand a little bit. It was a bit too much to take my dark one again. There. That looks better. It's actually a little bit too much. But anyway. There. That's pretty good. All right, step back and look. But yeah, That, my friends, I believe is the Ponce Inlet light tower. That's why I'm going to leave it. All right, thank you.